recorded. So, hey, Lynn. I don't know what time it is for Lynn. She said she was setting an alarm. What time is it?
Yeah, I actually set my alarm for 2 hours from now, so I have no idea what is going on here.
Well, you're here.
Yeah, I was just posting something on Facebook, and then I saw, this something about changing it, and I'm like, okay, so when is it now? And then it was like happening now. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, it was
I
always
think,
scheduled for now.
yeah, but I think when you guys change to summertime, you skip ahead and we go back, so that makes the time difference different. And I have
Yeah.
not done this until very recently. So I actually like when you guys are on summertime and I'm on wintertime because that
Yeah.
is a reasonable time to be awake. But
So
yep,
what time is it for you now?
no, it's just after midnight. So
That's okay.
yeah, I thought this was for 2 to 3 a.m. So I had my alarm so I wouldn't forget it.
Oh, good. We'll get you to bed at a semi-reasonable time, way past my bedtime, but thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for being here too.
My pleasure.
Well,
Okay.
I was not really ready for this. I'm sitting here with my glasses and half nude. I shouldn't say that on recording, sorry. So I'm not going to be on camera. I'm sorry, guys.
That's quite okay. Every time somebody says something like that, I always remember one of our first calls when
Me.
Lee thought her camera was off and she's getting changed, and we were like, well, nobody thought anything of it. She's just wandering around the room getting changed, and then we're like, does she know her camera's on?
I remember that call very well.
Yeah, it's probably recorded too. Actually, no, that was last year's, wasn't it? Not this year's. So
Yep,
it
it
would
was.
have been replaced by now, so it's not there for the ages.
For future generations.
Exactly. Well, I'm very glad you're here and that all worked out with perfect divine timing where you realized it is on now. So
No.
thanks to everyone who could join us live. Hello to everybody watching the recording. So this is our end of year call. It's just a bit of a Christmas party celebration. We'll do some funky meditation stuff. We'll do a bit of, setting up for an abundant 2020. But I just want to take the opportunity to, go get some tinsel, Jen. I just had to actually, I'll fess up. I haven't done any Christmas decorating yet. And I was like, it's Christmas party day. And I went to the shed and I started digging everything out. And I actually hung something on the front door as well. So I'm like, all right, it's officially Christmas. I just want to spend today just connecting, celebrating 2019, talking about, all your intentions and plans and getting excited for 2020 and just really getting the group energy behind that. And of course, a reminder, we're not running a live round next year. I will keep the Facebook group open and I really encourage you to use it because if it goes too quiet, I may have to archive it just so that Facebook doesn't completely, shut it down algorithm wise so that in future it becomes really hard to get people to see posts. So keep using the community, like that everybody here is on the same page. If you need some reminders of different tools and processes you can try, just duck in the group and go, this is what I've been doing, this is what's been working, or any other suggestions. And people go, oh yeah, there was this thing and there's that thing. So really everything you need process-wise is always in modules 3 and 4. Modules 3 and 4 are like where all the juicy action is of all the processes, but do not underestimate ever the power of what's in module 1, really laying that baseline, that foundation of clarity for yourselves, because without that, what is it you're looking to manifest and create anyway if you're not clear on what success looks and feels like for you, what lights you up, what are your values, and how can you infuse and translate them into your business and your life more and more. I gave a talk last night and it was really all about that. It was all about that. So much so that I ended up selling like a whole bunch of books because we were talking about, that before you worry about manifesting, you need to get clarity and you need to create space. You need to have the space, the headspace and the space in your life to be able to have all your self-care and your happy habits and your alignment processes in place, and to really understand exactly what it is you're looking to align with, because you can't align with something if you haven't got a clue where it is. You really need that North Star. And so you know, all of that is in module 1. And I better get the chat box up so I can actually see it. Cool. Yeah, I don't know that we'll go that much more than an hour, so hopefully your dogs will be good with that. So let's start with a really quick heart coherence, and then I want to go around and celebrate 2019. I'm running the Rewrite Your Money Story intensive at the moment, and I'm like, we're looking forward. Like, there's only so much benefit in looking backwards and assessing what's been, but you know, your mind cannot be in two places at once. If there's a conflict in the mind, there's going to be conflict in your alignment. There's going to be conflict in your vibration. So, you know, the sort of attitude of, oh, I'd like this, but what about X, Y, Z? It doesn't help you move forward. So you have to get really good at putting the blinkers on and really training yourself to keep focused on the good things, what you do want, and really loving every single part of it, right? So we'll talk about celebrating 2019. It's like, I want to hear all the awesome stuff that happened, but like we did yesterday, Trish, on our call together. We went on a rampage of appreciation of the awesomeness of Trish's business. It was really cool. And then, you know, any questions, anything that's been popping up, anything you need clarification on, that's what this call's for. So I'm an open book. Whatever you want to ask me, ask me. And then I want us to set some intentions for 2020, and we'll do a group meditation to, you know, just really lock that in. A little bit like what we did together yesterday, Jen. So, which was super cool. I was still buzzing for hours after that. Was very, very cool. Okay, so heart coherence. Let's do it. Let's see if I can do it the quicker, like the brief way rather than the long extended mix, because I want to give lots of time to chat with you guys. So just getting yourself in, assuming the position, feet on the floor, spine nice and straight, making sure you can inhale nice and deeply, filling your entire body, and then letting it go. And taking your 2 fingers or crossing your palms just to take your awareness there right into the center of your chest. Starting to send the breath in and out through that heart space, expanding. That's right. Expanding that heart space. Just letting the inhalations be a little bit longer and wider than usual, and the exhalations a little deeper and longer than usual. Taking a moment to visualize all that beautiful energy of the breath activating your heart space, awakening it, awakening its power. Starting to feel yourself come alive even more now with each breath in and out. Really expanding that heart space. That's it, letting it unfurl, uncoil like a beautiful flower. And now allowing yourself to generate a really beautiful, high vibing emotion from that heart space. Make it the way you want to feel in 2020. Maybe it's joy or abundance or alignment or love. Start to generate that feeling from within. Keep energizing it with your breath. Feel what it feels like right there in your heart. Letting it get stronger, more powerful with each breath in and out. In your own time, inhaling to expand in that beautiful feeling. Exhaling to grow even deeper into that feeling. Inhaling to expand more deeply into that feeling. And exhaling to grow even more deeply into it. With each breath now, starting to double that feeling, growing its intensity, spreading it even further, even wider. And now letting it flow and grow all the way through your body, sending it to the tips of your fingers, the tips of your toes, the tips of your ears. That's right, infusing every cell of your being. And with the next few breaths, activating it even more powerfully, letting it radiate out from you in all directions, seeing it glowing like this beautiful bubble that expands expands as far and wide as you feel comfortable. This feels natural and fun and joyous to you. And now imagining yourself expanding that bubble out even further to hold hands with all the other women in this circle, feeling the collective power of that energy, the collective power of those intentions. That's right. Feeling the earth breathe a sigh of joy as you align to its heart energy, coming into alignment with the natural order of things, the ease, and the flow, and the abundance of the universe itself. Taking a deep breath in and coming all the way back into the room. Alrighty. So over to you. Celebrating 2019. Tell me all the good things. And actually, before I will give you a little process, because Trish reminded me of it yesterday and I was like scurrying to find it. I had documented it somewhere. So a while ago, I just put together a really simple turnaround process and I couldn't find it in my Evernote. Like I knew I had typed it out with specific instructions and examples and I couldn't find it yesterday. So I want to really celebrate 2019 and focus only on all the amazingness that came out of it. And if you ever find yourself kind of going, oh, or maybe going to something that doesn't feel so amazing, then you can use the turnaround process. And the turnaround process is simply you notice what you're saying and that it's not going in the direction that you want to be going in, that it's out of alignment with where you want to be. And then you zoom out and reframe it from a higher perspective and you find a different positive angle to look at it, and then you slam it with your universal truth. And the universal truth is that irrefutable statement, something like, everything is always working out for me. It's something your mind cannot argue with. So if you ever catch yourself and something like that sneaks in, use that little process. You want to slam it down fast because you guys have been doing this for a while. And, you know, the key is now to really pull in your focus and know how to keep yourself on track. So I just felt like I needed to mention that up front because I want to hear about all the amazing things that 2019 brought you. Everything there is to be grateful and appreciative of. So who wants to give us the rundown first? Jennifer, thank you.
I'll hop in there. Oh my goodness, so much to be grateful and appreciative. So this year, moved back into our house in Victoria, BC, which you can see it's part of its beauty behind me. After living with my mom at my mom's house for 11 months, it was time to get back in our own space. So definitely that. I've joined a management leadership firm. So I'm working with them. It's not my only job. I'm still doing my work in my coaching, but I'm bringing some of my skills and talents to the management leadership consulting firm, which is a lot of fun and it's early stages. So it's all sweat equity right now. Yeah, I have some big plans for 2020 and I'm really celebrating a pretty epic one-to-one session Miriam and I had earlier this week. I was like, oh, gone back to karate, which is fun and humbling and all sorts of awesome. And celebrating really good health. Like I adopted the protocol of intermittent fasting and magically 15 pounds, I don't know how many kilos, like 8 kilos is gone in 10 months.
Cool.
It's just, I'm like, okay, that's cool. My aim wasn't to necessarily to lose weight, but it was to notice where food was controlling my life instead of me. Yeah, it was great. I learned a whole bunch about not ignoring hunger pains, but noticing when my stomach grumbled and thought, okay, am I thirsty or am I hungry? So that's lots to celebrate.
Love it. What about internally? What are some of the cool things that have happened for you internally in 2019? How long have we got?
I'm like, where do I start? Oh yeah. Oh, Chris, I know what you're referring to. So when I went back to Dubai, I worked with some friends and I saw a bunch of clients, but I also worked with some friends to develop my spiritual practice. I started channeling light language, which was exciting. If you don't know what that is, just reach out to me afterwards. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so my spiritual growth took a big jump, leap, whatever you want to say. I started hosting meditation groups in my mom's, where I lived for the year, and I'm going to start doing that here in Victoria in the new year. And I was just moved into a better place of observing, as opposed not getting sucked into the drama of everyday life and relationships. I mean, I still get angry when driving sometimes, but you know, it's after living in Dubai and driving in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, I'm just like, thank you for traffic. Meh. Do what you got to do. And I just notice it's been great to have my family around to just show me how far I've actually come. That's been a bonus.
Yeah. And you're doing sound healings, which you didn't do the year prior.
That's right. Yeah. So I was doing sound healings, and I've expanded the sound healing and the Reiki piece. So I do custom sound baths for people, custom audio soundscapes, if you want to call it that. I just got a new crystal bowl last week. So that's exciting. And I played it last week with my metal bowls, and it fits in like hand in glove. So yeah.
Super cool. It's been an amazing year. So how would you sum up the year?
It's been a big year of trust. I think really letting go of the financial piece has been kind of it's been a little bit of a rocky road. My parents sat me down and had the talk in July and were like, what are you doing? You should get a government job. You don't have a pension, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, So in one word, what can I say about trust?
Trust. Beautiful. Yeah. I love it. You've had a huge year. You've transformed like inside and out. You've transformed your environment. You've just finished unpacking stuff from, how long ago did you pack those boxes that you've been unpacking?
5+ years ago.
Yeah.
And literally today, I was actually, you can see some of the remnants here on the piano bench. I was unpacking like plastic tubs with desk stuff in it. I was like, oh my God, I'm turning into my mother. I have my desk drawers stuffed full of pens. So yeah, just letting go back to that. And it's been great. So just shedding all the stuff that it's been so obvious as I've unpacked a box. Pretty much as soon as I touch an item, I'm like, no, don't need it. Or, oh, this, I'm like, oh, I so missed this. Or why do I have this? You know.
What is this?
Yeah. Although I have to say, I got into some of my big boxes of books today. And I'm so excited about my books. There's just, I'm such a nerd. I'm like, ooh, medieval Renaissance women's literature, you know, just, okay. Yeah, I know. I'll take some pictures of the titles because, yeah, there's lots of cool stuff in there.
Super cool. Oh, and speaking of light language, I saw Catherine May last night at the speaking gig I did. And she's channeling light language and she doesn't really know anything about it. I said, well, you know that Jen Lang does that. She goes, no. I said, well, reach out to her and have a chat. She goes, my hand just started doing this stuff.
It just happens.
Yeah. So people are just diving into deeper layers of consciousness.
Super cool.
Yeah, super cool. Thank you, Jen. That's a great share. And you've had an awesome year. So
I have had an awesome year. It's been really, now that I think back on it, I'm like, wow, yeah, lots of stuff happened. Oh my God.
Huge year of transformation and trust.
Definitely.
Trust. Yeah. So, so what do you want to say to 2019 in looking back? Because in hindsight, we see the gifts that we maybe didn't see at the time. So in line with the Ho'oponopono, I'm sorry, please forgive me for my misperception.
It was
thank you, I love you. What do you want to say to 2019 in hindsight for the gifts that you maybe didn't see at the time?
Thanks for expanding my patience. Probably. Yeah. Just the trust, again, that trust piece, trusting that it's all going to work out. Yeah.
That's a huge gift, isn't it? To the gift of trust.
Massive.
Yeah. Love it.
It's a lovely response to fear.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly. What's the antidote? It's the antidote, and it's sinking back into truth.
Yeah, so true.
Yes. Yeah. Well done.
Thanks. Yes, thanks for being
You're
part
awesome.
of it.
Thank you for sharing it with us all.
In the past 2 years, even. All of you.
Yeah. It's been wicked. All right. Who would like to share next? Tell us about your amazing 2019. Trish.
Look, I don't have Christmas earrings, but I put these on just to be festive.
They're festive. They're good.
Oh my gosh, this year's been amazing. I don't know. It's summer again. We're round to summer. Sorry, Jen. We're round to summer again. Sorry, Lynn.
I know. How good is it?
I know, it's so good. So this year's been a year ago. Yeah, wow. Okay, so lots of consolidating. So bringing all the different parts of my business together into one amazing thing, and it's built its own identity this year. So it's got its own name, its own identity. I've now got this incredible logo that goes with it. It's become its own thing rather than being an extension of me. So it's got its own life now, and all the different bits of all the other things that I do all have a home now that I can put them into. And yeah, so I have a business.
You certainly do.
Rather than, I guess, it's a business. It's got its own energy. I don't know. It's different. Something around that has totally changed this year in terms of that. And I feel like I have so much clarity, and I feel really set in my direction. I feel like I have learnt how to be a saleswoman. I can do cold calls now, and I can do it well, and I can enjoy it. I can go from just thinking I might like to work with an organization to ringing them up, going in and pitching to them, and then giving me lots of money and I working with them. So like I can do that. I can totally do that.
Yeah.
And so much stuff. My house, my garden is pumping. I've got chooks. I've got another dog in the family. My girls are getting bigger. My little one turned 10 this week. So I have been a mum for a decade this week. And I've just been at the school watching my big girl do her school play, and she's just so cool. And it's been a big year in terms of also, I guess, consolidating and dropping in deeper into my spiritual practice, into the shamanic work, and embodying more, learning more, understanding myself more. My heart's broken open in this really cool way. I feel like I've just been coming up, getting stuff happening, and then going in and healing it. And it's just it's been this beautiful healing. Yeah, in fact, I feel like this year I grew up. I feel this was my grow up here. I feel like I've grown up and I'm adulting. I'm adulting now.
Woo!
You. Yeah. So that feels like my year. And again, like Jen, I feel like I've found a way to work with my food and my health that is just so exciting. I feel like I've really hit my stride with getting out of the niggles of sugar addiction and those sorts of things. I feel I've found my way through that. I'm loving my mumming. My mumming has been really great this year. There's a new ease with bigger girls and bigger adulting mother. Oh, and cooking. I cook all this amazing food now. Thank you, Thermomix. But yeah, like I make all these amazing foods from scratch. Like I feel like I'm one of those people that cook amazing food from scratch.
Woo!
All the time, not just occasionally when I put my mind to it.
Yeah. So cool. It's been a huge year for you. And you've just, you just embraced everything, and it's just been magnificent to watch. So looking back on 2019, what was the gift that maybe at the time you couldn't quite see? And now in hindsight, it's like, oh.
I feel like there's a big gift for me in, well, there's two big gifts. That's probably lots, but there seems to be two that are popping up now. And one is this gift of being aware of my downtime. And that's, you know, working with you, Miriam's really helped that. And, you know, the human design stuff has really helped that. And just to really, like, really enjoy my nurturing time, and then really enjoy my doing time, and not try and do the doing and the relaxing and to see the hindsight gold from this year is that every big client's come through when I've been chilling out. And I just, I'm like, you know, like I've done the work, I've put it out there, I've done the calls, I've done the action side of it. And it's when I'm totally chilling out that it happens. So that's one big hindsight. And the other one, I guess, is that how awesome and magical my energy is. So yeah, when I do this work, great things happen. And when I go into my then happens. Yeah. Like it's landed at a whole new level this year, that part of it. And that's probably it. There might be something else that was there a moment ago, but I can't place it anymore. So yeah, they would be my big two this year. And I think there's also something about I don't like the word patient. That I feel like that's been part of it. It's not trying to birth things before they're ready. Like I'm not trying to like, oh, I've got an idea, I get really excited, and then like I'm not waiting for the wave, not waiting for the energy to come with me. So there's like it does come in this realm of patience, but it's more like Jen was saying, it's more like sitting back and relaxing and allowing the trust and working with the energy rather than going, I want it now. So that's been a big learning for me this year.
I would call that wisdom.
Oh yeah, I got wise this year.
Yeah, you did. You did. You got really wise. You learned how to tune into your body, how to flow with the cycles of your business and your own energy, and you learnt the power and the magic within it rather than fighting against it and, battling within. So it was so awesome. Like you've had a huge year. You really have had a huge year. I wish I had recorded like our first one-on-one conversation at the start of the year and then had this, because like, oh my God, look at you.
Or even our first one-on-one 2 years ago, Miriam.
Yes, true. This year's been big with Masterclass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So thank you 2019 for...
Thank you 2019 for the magic.
Yay. That's gorgeous. I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And all the women like you guys, I don't know if you're on your screen, but Masterminders, I've so loved hanging with you.
Yeah. Super cool. It's a super cool group. Thank you, darling. All right. Who would like to share their 2019 amazingness next? So we've still got Anna, Lynn, and Robin. Pop your hand up if you're good to go. Or turn on your audio. Shall I just choose one? Let's go with Anna's doing that knowing smile that she thinks I'm going to pick on her next.
I know.
Oh, I was going to pick on Robin, but since you're unmuted.
I'll go. So willingly. Do you like my new wall? That's my new achievement.
It's fabulous. It's really great.
One of mine fell down and the frame broke last night, but that's my...
Oh, yeah, I don't have glass on a lot of these.
The entire frame broke, so...
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
so that goes underneath love.
So that one goes there.
Beautiful. It looks great.
Instead of a backdrop, that's my new wall, except for my office gets too hot to do videos and stuff in at the moment, so...
You need a fan.
I need an air conditioner.
Just get one of those stand-up evaporative coolers. They're pretty good.
Yes. This has been a big year.
Yeah.
Thanks, 2019. So my intention at the beginning of the year, my word for the year was courage. And I have heard quite a lot of it this year.
It's funny how that happens.
I know, right?
I want to learn courage. Here you go.
Here you go. Just
Here you go. Try this.
2019. So I resonated with both some of the things that Trish and Jen said. I have learned a new level of connecting in with my body and being able to listen to her and what she's asking of me. And I have found a new way of eating that supports her better than anything else I've had, which is fantastic. My Serena goes to school next year. She's a big girl now. And the journey with her has been really beautiful this year. And I'm really proud of myself for making the choices and the decision to step up and parent her in a way that is aligned and supporting her to be the best version of her. So that's been a really beautiful journey. I've recently learnt about nurturing myself, and I'm getting much better at that. So that's been a really nice part of the journey. I have stepped outside of my comfort zone and created the gathering and got into all the channeling and been through the process of learning and evolving with that. I don't know. It's just been a really huge year this year.
It's been a very huge year. And you went on that awesome trip.
Yes, we went on an awesome trip and I learned more about myself. We've moved house.
You moved house.
Which was another biggie. And
found the salt room to run your gatherings in.
The salt room.
Such an amazing space.
Yeah, the salt room. Yeah, and created beautiful connections and relationships with people. So that's been a really lovely part of this year. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm sure there's more.
There is lots more.
There is lots more.
Yeah. So what else is there that you've forgotten that you're now remembering?
Well, I am loving myself on a whole new level and creating a new relationship with myself and honoring who I am and who I'm choosing to show up in the world and be. I have got outside of my comfort zone again and done a couple of summits and got back into the world of just starting to speak and talk about what it is that I am passionate about. Yeah.
Beautiful. So thank you 2019 for...
Thank you, 2019. I'm just saying. Thank you, 2019, for the expansion and the support and the love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've seen you tap into your courage a lot. So you definitely got what you wanted.
Yay.
Yay. I know, isn't it funny? We set an intention like courage and we go, yeah, it's going to be all about me being really strong and powerful, but it's actually about having to dig really deep to find our courage and realize just how courageous we can be in the face of things. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Oh, the growth, the little butterflies coming out of the cocoon. It's such a beautiful thing. Thank you, gorgeous Anna, for sharing.
Thank you.
Okay, Lynn and Robin, still to share. Robin, tell us about your 2019. What was awesome about it that we can celebrate with you?
Okay, 2019. What was awesome? What was awesome in 2019? I suppose I learned to let go of some resentment with being pulled in many different directions. So, yeah, okay. And
what did that give you? What was the gift in that?
freedom to enjoy. Yeah, freedom to enjoy. Even the directions I thought I was being pulled in. So that was good. I think probably my biggest thing would be the fact that I've stopped being a bulldozer. So to put that in a more positive light, I think I just let it go and let it flow, and it just happens. And I don't work very hard. And if I'm tired, I'm tired. And if I want to go and sit at the beach for 20 minutes, I do. I have now, if I make 1 or 2 appointments a day, that's enough for me. So now I have time to enjoy the other expectations in my life too. And it still just seems to happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Beautiful.
So that's the biggest learning, I would think, would be to go and let flow.
That's a pretty big one.
And probably the harder I work, the more I push it away.
Isn't that good to know?
Yeah, hell yeah.
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 Yeah, you've had a big year. And was it this year as well that you went to India? And was it all of that this year?
Last year.
That was last year.
What have I done this year? I don't think I've done any. I went on that yoga retreat where I came back all jumping.
But there was a gift in that too.
Yes, it was.
There was a gift in
I'm
that.
trying to remember what it was, but yeah. It was a beautiful yoga retreat, but whew.
And so thank you 2019 for?
Letting me relax. For the relaxation. For the slow.
Yeah. Slowing down. Super cool.
Ability to, what would you say? That's what you've been saying too, just to know, to manifest, or just to know that what I'm thinking about will come to fruition eventually, one way or another.
And that pushing is counterproductive.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it. Because it doesn't happen in the timing we think it should, but it happens in perfect timing.
Yes. I mean, I would have been someone that would have pushed hard to make it happen.
I know. I know. Beautiful. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, thank you, girls. It's been great having you around, being on the calls, and watching all of you change. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's hard to look back on yourself. I know I look back on the year and I think, what's really happened? And that's why Miriam starts this in the beginning of the year with, where are we? We should have it like a scale from 1 to 10 or something. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. So you look back and go, what's happened? Yeah.
So maybe you need to keep a little list of all the awesome things that happen as they happen.
Yeah, but it's so much easier to see in other people. Like watching the group, and it's so much easier to see Jan and Anna and Trish and Sammy all like blossom, if you'd like to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you look back on yourself, it's often not as easy.
Well, I've seen you transform a lot this year. And it's just, you've made your peace with just allowing things to flow. And, and there's a lot of trust in that. There's a lot of trust in that surrender. And you're very comfortable with it, and you're really owning it now. Whereas last year you were doing it, but you're kind of doing it like, if that's what it takes for me to get what I want, fine. And this year you're like, actually, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I'm loving it and I'm owning it. And that's huge.
Yeah, working hard at getting what I want and slowing down. Really? Yeah. That was last year. You're right.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you for sharing, Robin.
Thank you.
Lynn. Hi, Sammy. Good to see you can join us. So we're just going around, we're just celebrating 2019 and just making the longest list we possibly can of all the awesome stuff that happened in 2019. So I'm going to ask Lynn to go next if you're okay to talk, Lynn.
I am okay to talk. Oh, okay. What have happened this year that is worth celebrating? Well, lots of things. Living alone for the first time in many years, sleeping like a friggin' starfish in a double bed. You have no idea what a huge celebration that is, because I have always given away my bed and my room, and I've slept on sofas and stuff. So, yay! Awesome. So that, I think that is one of the biggest celebrations.
That's huge.
That is huge. I have moved into the countryside. It's so amazing.
Yeah,
I get to watch the fjords and the mountains every day when I wake up, and I'm in Norway, by the way, in case you guys don't know. So it's awesome. And what else? I have learned, people are saying you can't go backwards. Well, maybe you can't, but when you can reacquaint yourself with your past and bring it forward in a positive spin. So I have taken everything that I've learned from amazing mentors like you, Miriam. I have gone through everything that I am, and I have redefined a lot of things that I used to do that makes me feel so happy. So this year I created a pilot program that was reconnecting to your body. And I aimed for 8 ladies, and I had 32 people in this group. It's been so amazing, so amazing. So a lot of spiritual women are forgetting their body. So I'm so happy helping them reconnecting to their body and manifesting things. So I'm super happy about that. That's a big win, I think.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to help, me about rescuing. So I have now turned away from rescuing everybody into rescuing dogs, And I also get to help people who are less fortunate than us in a way that nobody's going to tell me, oh, you're selling yourself short, you're not charging enough. So now I give it away for free for people who doesn't have as much as other people. And I feel amazing about that, because I feel rich when I get to do that. I feel abundant and wealthy. What else? Honestly, this year has been, we're not focusing on that, so it's been and up. Okay. It's been an interesting year.
Yeah.
And I'm just really grateful. I love my life, and I celebrate every day, and I'm learning so much about myself, and I'm so happy to interact with amazing women. I haven't talked so much to you guys lately, but some people in the effectology and the money tribe group and all of that, it's just so many beautiful people. Yeah. So I'm just going to continue on the path that I'm now. I'm super happy with where I am. Do I make lots of money? No. Does it really matter? No. I'm sorry, Miriam. It still doesn't matter. I've tried, but
do you feel abundant?
Oh, I do feel abundant. I feel super abundant. Yeah. And I've also learned something funny about money. I don't know if you agree, but I think that money is very fluid. And with that, it's kicked in something that you have said, that it doesn't matter how much money or how little you make, if you are a certain archetype, you're going to end up in the same situation, which is true. But I have learned, I moved to the country to live more abundantly with less expenses. I still own 2 houses. I have more expenses than ever. And you know what? I still get to pay everything, and I still have left over. And I'm like, that is weird.
Yeah, still the same bottom line.
It is the same bottom line, but now I'm paying for 2 houses, and it's the same. So I'm like, money is fluid. Money it is not some fixed thing. That is just really interesting, a learning experience.
Yeah.
And of course, if I was afraid and had fear, which, I come to the conclusion I must be fearless or an idiot. I don't know. I'm not afraid. This is going to work out. It's fine. I'm going to sell my home. It's okay. I'm cool about it.
Your lack of, your fearlessness or courage is really inspiring. Like, you're wonderful to watch, because every time you have a challenge, you also bring the best attitude to it. And then everything just works itself out. And they're like, it's all good.
It is all good.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
all good.
it is. And I think, I think this is the best place to be, I mean, life, Earth, this is the most amazing place to be. It's just, I feel so lucky, really lucky. I mean, we're all lucky,
Yeah.
So lucky.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. Love having you as part of this community. And in summing up, it's thank you 2019 for the gift of
reminding me who I am and to stick to who I am and stop buying into everybody else's truth, because it doesn't work for me. I'm not aligned. I will pick and choose the best of the best from everybody and mix it up with my own magic and just be me, It's just,
yay.
That's just how it is, right?
Brilliant. Love that.
So that's what I'm thinking 2019 for. It's been an amazing year, really has. Yeah. Even if everything hasn't been a dance on thornless roses, but it's still been amazing, Amazing.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing. Love all of that. And I love every time you post photos of your house and where you live. I always think, oh my God, it's so beautiful. It's so idyllic.
So when you and Martin come here, you have to come and stay here.
Absolutely. Norway is on the list. And I think it also, because it reminds me of Germany where I grew up, I always go, totally. The architecture and just the way the houses are laid out. You always go, that's right. It's like my grandparents' house.
Right.
So beautiful. Thank you, gorgeous Lynn. Let's move on to Sammy. Sammy. Tell us about your amazing 2019 and all the things there are to celebrate.
Celebrating all the magic, celebrating to be in a group like this, to go to Adelaide, all this beautiful travel, meeting, very interesting people this year, celebrating my, how can I say, understand myself, how I work and how I do manifest. So, and experimenting with that. So I think it was not an easy year for me, but I think I had a lot of strength and courage and, so I'm very proud of myself.
Cool. And what are some of the really cool things that have happened?
Really cool things, I think, participating in the summit was really enjoyable, was really nice. The energy was up. Participate on Infinite Possibilities talk. So it was really interesting to meet everyone. So it was good. Changing things in my business as usual. It's what I have to stop, but it's good because when you change it, you see what you want, what you don't want. So if you don't do it, you don't know. So you have to know. Yeah, and just a few different people that I met this year that was very interesting and good vibes, and so set the tone for next year that it's going to be quite different. And now my values, they're always changing. So more connectedness and more tribe, more people. Beautiful. Set for next year.
Love it. And so it's, in hindsight, it's thank you 2019 for?
Thank you for 19 for all the lessons, to know my strengths and my courage and my power. Thank you. Thank you to make me a better person, a stronger person.
Beautiful. I love that. Absolutely love that. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Anything about the Effectology Method program or anything at all? Fire away. If you've got any questions you want to ask me while you've got me. Also, speaking of questions, while you think of your own questions, Mike Dooley and I are doing the Spiritual Path to Wealth and Abundance next Thursday morning, and we're taking questions. So there's an event on my Facebook page. If you haven't seen it yet, jump in there and ask as many questions as you like. He goes, I'm an open book. I'll talk about anything. He's really good with stuff like that. So you can ask him personal questions. You can ask him whatever, you can ask him questions that might be challenging or just whatever you want to know. Anything about ideally spirituality, wealth and abundance and manifesting, all of that. So yeah, go for it. I'd love to have lots of juicy questions to really make the call very interactive. And then if you can join us live because more questions will come up during the conversation. So it won't be just like an interview. It'll be interactive with whoever's there live. So do you guys have any questions of me?
Just quickly, that call is next week at this time, roughly?
Next Thursday. So today is Thursday. It's exactly 1 week from now.
Same time slot. Yeah?
With Mike Dooley. So it is at 10 o'clock Sydney time. So it's half an hour later than we started the call today.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah. Mr. Universe. That's right. Mr. Universe. Any other questions? So I want to keep reminding you that you've got a whole list of like tools and things in the program, in the member site, and encourage you maybe to make a time for January to go back through your core values. It's a really good exercise. You're all, growing and expanding rapidly, and it's just really important to keep checking in with the foundations, to keep checking in with yourself and reconnecting to that. So maybe make a time and, maybe hit up one of your buddies in the EMP group and go, do you want to get together and do it together? See you, Jen. Catch you later. Yeah, hit up one of your buddies and get together like you did when you first did it, and you can ask each other the questions, because that's a lot more powerful than just going through it on your own. I've got Martin lined up to do it with me because that's my sneaky way of getting him to do it. All right, so if you don't have any questions, let's move on to intentions for 2020. So what are your intentions for 2020? What are we going to call in? Because then we'll do a meditation to call it in. So Sammy, you're unmuted, so I'll take that as a sign that you're going first. What are your intentions for 2020? You ready to put that out there? Do you need a moment?
Yeah,
right. Isn't it funny? Like we all think we know what we want, but when it's like, all right, what is it? Tell us. What is it? It's sometimes, surprises that you go, oh, finding it a little bit hard to verbalize or to put my finger on exactly what it is I desire for 2020. And, it can be an intention like, it can be like the word intentions like we talked about, like courage or something like that. Or it could actually be, no, I want to double my business. There's no right or wrong. Everything's up for grabs. It's an infinite universe, right? And you are the creator. So whatever comes to mind, trust it. So if we wind forward to December 2020 and you're being asked to celebrate what 2020 was all about, what would you love to be able to say? I'll give you a minute, and if you're ready to share it. Yes, Robin, thank you.
Something, looking back, I always find a challenge because everything just blurs for me. I'm not a great one for remembering stuff like that because it's in the past. I suppose it's not a place where I like to spend a lot of time because I can't take any effects, so I just move on. But looking forward is always
lots of fun.
Yeah. I would like to improve upon the rituals of keeping myself in the right alignment. Even today, you might say I got out of the wrong side of the bed. Did I do the right thing? No. I mucked around instead of getting myself back. And then it was getting too late to be on the call. I spent a little bit. So I'm asking myself questions as to why I allowed that to happen. And so that's something I'd like to work a little bit more on. But really,
so let's phrase that in a really positive way. So 2020 will be the year that
it will be the year where I do I keep myself in alignment as a whole lot more than I ever have before.
Beautiful.
And it will be the year where my business achieves the goals I have set it.
Nice. Excellent. The year you get to celebrate all of that. Nice. Simple.
Yeah.
Easy.
That's all I
Love
need
it. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. So who else is ready?
Okay.
And you can have a whole lot more detail for yourself, but just give us the headlines.
Yeah, I'm ready now. So I think 2020, I want a lifestyle. So expansion, connectedness, growth, self-care. Be really, really, really mind on self-care, because even though I did all the self-care things this year, I still was burned out. So I have to see how to improve this area. Abundance, and the year that I'm most aligned with my true self. It's gonna be 2020.
Beautiful. Most aligned with your true self and fabulous at self-care. That sounds really great. Good work. Thank you, Sammy.
Welcome.
Who's ready to go next? Anna, you ready?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm a little bit like Robin. Prefer look forward than back. That's okay.
That's perfect. That's how it should be.
So 2020 is about presence for me.
Mm-hmm.
And prioritizing myself with love. And in regards to my business, it's clarity within my business and the expansion that flows with that.
Beautiful. Love that. Thank you very much. Lynn, what's yours?
I think more or less doing what I'm doing, just even better. So I'm just calling it up leveling, you know. I don't even know if that's a word, but you know, I'm Norwegian. I'm allowed to make up English weird words that fits how I feel, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, up leveling on every level, and I'm gonna start doing more group programs. You have inspired me. I've done it before, but then I kind of just lost the track, and that's that. I want to do that, and I want to get into a space of having more financial freedom for real, you know, for real, not just see how much debt I can have and still pay it off. You know, I really want to have more financial freedom. Yeah. So that is my goal. And I'm happy to hear that all the people who want to do more self-care, you know, miss self-care here. So yes, more of that too.
Gorgeous. All right. So now that you've got some clarity on your intentions for 2020, let's do a meditation to call it in before we close up the call. So, hang on, who do I need to mute? I'll just mute for the recording. Okay, so just getting yourself nice and comfy. Feet on the floor. Nice, slow, deep inhalation. Settling into your body again. That's right, just letting yourself drop back in to your body. Letting yourself kiss the earth with your feet. Growing roots all the way down, connecting with the earth, entangling yourself with it, and drawing the breath and the energy up through those roots, all the way up through your body, sending it to every extremity, opening your crown chakra and letting the breath lead you. up into the cosmos, back down into the earth. Starting to let your breath normalize now, and just feeling yourself automatically syncing with the rhythm of the universe. And I want you to take a moment now and recall your intention. I want you to create a picture of what it feels like, looks like, sounds like, to know that you've achieved all of this, to feel the satisfaction of it. I want you to scan your body and find that feeling of satisfaction, whatever feeling best symbolizes the knowing that this is what you've achieved. This is what your year's been all about. You're feeling so much gratitude. Finding that feeling of satisfaction and gratitude within your body. Starting to breathe into that feeling, giving it more and more life. Letting that feeling grow even stronger now. Give it a color so that the color can get even brighter, even stronger with each breath. That's right. As you literally get to feel and visualize the feeling growing in intensity as you double that color, double that satisfaction. That's right. Let it grow even stronger, even brighter. Let it grow and flow all the way through your body. That's right. Let it grow and flow all the way through your body again. One more deep breath, doubling that color, doubling that feeling, and flow that color into that picture. And maybe it's really clear and you can see exactly where you are. Maybe you're on a call like this with me and I'm asking you about your year. Maybe you're talking to a friend, or maybe you're posting in a group. Whatever comes to mind. What does it feel like? What does it look like to know that that's what your year was about? You're celebrating the year that was. That was exactly that. I want you to, on the count of 3, fully step into that picture. 1, 2, 3. Stepping into that picture fully, looking through your own eyes. See what you see, hear what you hear, and feel what you feel in this moment. Notice whether you're alone or with others, where you are, what time of day it is, exactly what you're doing. And in this moment, notice that feeling of satisfaction. So easy and effortless and natural in your body. As you breathe into that feeling and make that color, make that feeling even stronger, flowing and growing it all through your body, knowing that 2020 was exactly what you needed it to be, exactly what you'd hoped it to be. As you flowed your intention into it. That's right. And your energy is so powerful. And the universe is always there to meet you, support you. As you let that color get even brighter, even stronger, that's right. I want you to, on the count of 3, step back out of that picture. 1, 2, 3, stepping out of that picture, seeing it again as if it's contained in a little ball, like a little floating crystal ball. Seeing yourself there in the picture, feeling so satisfied. Recounting all the amazing things that happened that year and knowing that it was exactly what you wanted it to be. And I want you to take that ball now. Imagine yourself taking that ball into your hands. That's right. Holding it, feeling the energy of it, the energy of your creation, the power of the universe, joining, co-creating with the universe. Seeing the end result of all your intentions and even more magic that you couldn't even have imagined yet. That's right. All of it there contained in that beautiful ball of energy, that picture right there. And now, keeping hold of that ball, I want you to float up out of the chair above. That's right, seeing yourself down in the chair below. And I want you to face towards your future. So you know which way your future is. That's right. And I want you to gently float out into the future now, allowing yourself to float all the way out until you know, and you're right above, the end of 2020, December 2020, seeing it there below. And I want you to, in a moment, on the count of 3, you're going to release that ball and let it drop down into its place in your future. But before then, I want you to tap back into that feeling of satisfaction, of knowing that it was exactly what you intended it to be, and it was easy and graceful and beautiful, and the universe supported you with incredible synchronicities, the right timing, the right guidance, the nudges. That's right. Everything just flowing effortlessly. You being so tuned in ways that you never have before. And the universe just smiling, laughing, skipping along with you, hand in hand. Feeling that feeling of satisfaction. Bring back that color now. That's right. And I want you to breathe that color into that picture now. That's right. Audibly breathe it into that picture 3 times. Bringing it to life even more, infusing it with your beautiful energy and all that intention. Seeing this powerful ball of energy, calling toward it all that is required for you to fulfill your intention in the highest possible way, in ways you couldn't even have imagined before. And now on the count of 3, you're going to allow that ball to float down and drop into your timeline to lock into place. 1, 2, 3, releasing it to gently, gently float down and taking its place, your timeline opening up, welcoming it, enveloping it, letting it click into place, locking it in. Locking it in. That's right. And seeing your timeline explode and ripple in both directions with the power of that intention, the power of that energy. That's right. Recalibrating itself, reprogramming itself all the way back to the present moment. And you smile to yourself and know that it is done. And you look forward to the journey and the unfolding. And as you make your way back, all the way to the now, taking your time, I want you to notice all the things you did along the way that helped it be this beautiful, abundant, effortless, joyous journey of unfolding. And I want you to also be aware of any challenges that maybe you faced along the way and see what you did to overcome them, to allow yourself to be guided around what seemed to be an obstacle, only to find more golden nuggets along the way. That's right. Seeing yourself having the wisdom, following the guidance, staying tuned in, and seeing all the things you did to allow it to happen in such a divine, perfect way, and all the things you did to allow yourself to turn the obstacles into blessings, into things that made the journey even more joyous, fulfilling, and rewarding, giving you gifts you never could have imagined. As you make your way all the way back to the present, gently settling yourself back into your body, feeling an incredible tug and connection to that future you, that future event. Feeling the power of that intention and knowing that it is done and the energy is there and will continue to call you forward every single moment of every single day. And all you need to do is tune into it, follow the guidance, trust the flow, and know that you are divinely supported, loved, and guided every single step of the way. Taking a deep breath in, filling your entire being with the gratitude of the magic of the universe and the power you have as a co-creator. And when you're ready, coming all the way back into the room. Very goodly. How did that feel? Feel welcome to unmute yourselves. We're in a small group.
Good.
Good. Excellent. That was awesome. Good, good. Lovely. Lynn, Robin, enjoy that. Well done. Well done on your beautiful creation. All right, my gorgeous people. So if you have any final questions or comments or anything you want to share, let us know. And I'll be closing it up. I want to wish you all an amazing Christmas and a happy new year and a most abundant and beautifully aligned 2020. If I don't see you between now and then, hope to see you on the call with Mike Dooley next week. It'll be really lovely to have your energy there. Some of you I'm seeing again very shortly because we've either got one-on-one sessions or masterclass or mastermind calls. Those of you in the mastermind, I can't wait. I can't wait. Counting the sleeps to our retreat on the sunny coast. Any final questions or comments before I close it up? We're all good. All right. Lynn?
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
no, I just want to say thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Your energy has been just a beautiful blessing to this group. Back to the very first call, which I think was like 3 a.m. for you, and there you were. So I can't thank you enough for everything, each one of you, for everything that you have added to this group. The collective energy is just amazing, and it's one of my favorite places to be. So please, please do make sure that you keep checking into the Facebook group and staying connected. Just because we don't have live calls doesn't mean, you know, you're all on your own. We are still all there. Robin.
Could you just tell me where I'm going to find the PDF for the second week for the intensive money thing?
I
thought you emailed it to me.
Yeah.
It was in the post in the group.
Yeah, Jen tagged you in the post.
I actually pinned it to the top of the group in an announcement. So if you go to the group and scroll to the very top, it's pinned as an announcement.
I found something about it, but I clicked on it and didn't do it. Anyway, all right, I'll try that.
I'll double check. Or I might just even grab the link and email it straight through to you.
Probably me. You know how much.
If you're doing it on your phone, then the announcements are grayed out and you have to click on this grey box.
I was on this. It's just me and Facebook. I was into it, so nothing works.
I'll find it for you. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Not a worry. Okay, lovely ladies. I'll just see you soon. Have a beautiful Christmas.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Ladies.
Christmas, everybody.